continuing to analyze chess in movies. Today we'll be taking a look at the long story short videos by 1-2 and Tim. Long story short is a format of short humorous videos telling about silly life situations. But hey, we don't always consume education content, do we? Chess was occasionally appearing in those videos, but before that, we'll take a look at another game from GoGoRiki. So it's a Dance of Friendship episode. Dako is playing white, and his opponent, Carlin the Crow, is black. The A1 square is white, but for GoGoRiki, that's nothing. But white's king and queen switched places while black's didn't. Okay, the game just began, and white played e3, after which Carlin responds, e2, you said. I was starting to forget how bad chess in this cartoon was. He actually played g6, and the moose pushed d3, after which the colors of the moves swap, and the d-pawn is now in a superposition on 2.5. Square is c6, d3 again. You know, I don't even have to joke. The game is so bad, it's laughable by itself. Then the position changes, and I struggle to recreate it. However, we see that both sides developed a knight, but that's the only pro. White clearly has too few pawns, and it's not certain where the taken pieces are put either. Okay, ignore that. The angle's quite bad, but it seems to me that the queen and king both went one space to the right, so the queen is now on f1. The king is finally on his deserved e1 spot. Luckily, we didn't see the continuation as it was discontinued by Rose's mighty jump. Finally, we're heading over to the long story short videos, starting with the football video by 1-2. That's unexpected. It's played by Sergey, white, and Roman, black, in the very beginning. It's now on your screen with black to play. Black's in serious trouble. So am I while seeing this position. This double check is obviously illegal. And there are 2 dark squared bishops while white has 8 pawns. Yeah, they haven't lost a single piece, and the players are definitely better as YouTubers. But black escaped the loss. How?
Sergey, look, there's a lion. What a delusional provocation. There really was a lion sitting by the radiator.
When Sergey took his next look at the board, it was flipped over.
Roman said that an earthquake happened. A local one.
Even the sheer heart attack gambit from Jerry's game is weaker. But now for the main course, the chess to leave episode. Sergey is playing a guy in the mask. Here you can see the board. Why? If you don't feel my saint anger, the monarchs switched places, again. At least the game is played according to the rules in e4. It feels weird when someone says e2 to e4 while moving the queen's pawn, but we can deal with that. d6, knight f3, and... Sergey didn't hesitate and took it, and this move really made it unrealistic. According to the plot, the anonymous guy should be good at chess. Then the position changes to this one. I have to admit, it looks logical for a game of weak amateurs. But I can't say that about the moves. Queen g3 blundering both the knight with a tempo and the rook. Now the bishop takes, and knight b4 continuation is on the surface, but black plays a horror, absolutely terrible e5. c3, which draws the attention to the rook, and black, with their tunnel vision, finally takes the rook. Then the position changes again, and it's hopeless for white. They're down a queen, rook, and a piece with a whopping 19-point difference. To top that off, g takes h1, promoting to a second queen as a threat. But we didn't see the move as it changed yet another time. Here white checks with the bishop, king moves, logical. A knight check, but it's white to play. Alright, I'm almost used to it. The king moves into a different check, and black takes on f5, and now it's double check. Now we get to the final position, and you have convinced me that the starting position could end up in that attack. But even the Lord and Savior wouldn't be able to convince me that this turned into that. White's in check, and they play g7 checkmate. Okay, I respect 1-2. They have great videos, but it's stupid to argue that chess is shown well here. It's bad. At least that's what I thought before encountering our last patient for today. We're talking about Tim, chess. After watching it, I realized that what we just witnessed is just the tip of the iceberg. The video begins with Tim's brother playing a dog plushie. And here we can notice that the black king is among the taken pieces and the game is going on. That's not a good start, and after recreating the position, we see this monstrosity. Black has 2 same-colored bishops, the white king's in check. If we ignore the bishops, black king's missing, and maybe this knight in the corner, it's somewhat logical. Okay, Tim himself starts playing white, sets up a starting position against the plushie, and I'm not ready for this. There are same-colored bishops, both sides, the pawns on the back rank, and there's a giant problem. All of the pieces are on dark squares. Didn't he have the checkers set? Okay, the a3 pawn goes back to a2, and he makes the move, a3. I'm speechless. And then he gets mated, knight d3. He mated you. No comments. After losing to a toy dog, Tim decides to learn, and he sets up the pieces like this. Not all the pieces are even on the board. According to the plot, he doesn't remember no rules. He says, looks like a wolf to me. But he refreshes those, and him with his brother set the pieces up like this. It seems like a huge troll. I just don't believe he's seriously playing chess like this. Tim's got to be kidding, right? And the next position is finally reminiscent of chess. It's legal, the material is basically even, and it looks like both sides just promoted. But it's black to play while white's in check. However, Tim, who is playing black, says this.
I almost lost, but I saw that I could checkmate. I took the rook.
Bishop.
Rook.
Bishop.
Rook.
He convinced me. Well, black moves a piece to c2.
Checkmate.
You know, it almost seemed like
All the fools sailed away.
but you saw that with your own eyes. Thanks for helping me survive this horror. If you liked the video, like the video, subscribe so I update the channel banner. See you later.